Hey everybody, today is Friday, March 14th, 2025. Ride recap on my ride across America. So, today I rode 55 miles. I rode from Panama City to Destin. It was a great ride. Today was probably the best ride I've had since I left St. Augustine. It was really foggy. I followed along the beach, right along the Gulf of America, along the Panhandle here in Florida. So I had a tailwind today, which is very rare for me, all day long, and 99% of the day was on a bike path. So that's another rarity on this trip so far. It was nice. A lot of places, the bike path was just packed with people on bicycles, walking. It was really tough to get through. But just had to go slow and be patient. It's spring break, so it's Friday night. I'm sure a lot of people are down here for spring break. So still, even with a lot of traffic, I had the bike path. And it wasn't all crowded, just a couple spots. But that tailwind felt amazing today. Just cruising right along. Let me check my average speed. That should be up today. Pull out my handy dandy Strava app. Yeah, I averaged 10.5 miles an hour. So that's not bad. Usually best effort I can do right around 10 miles an hour. So I'm half a mile an hour above that, and I wasn't really trying that hard. I was just kind of cruising, being pushed by the wind, so that was awesome. Gained 83 feet of elevation, mostly flat here across the Panhandle. And a couple nights ago, when I made it to Panama City, I didn't do a ride recap. Just really had a hard day the other day trying to get to Panama City. And the reason I was trying to get to Panama City was to get somewhere where there was bike shops. I needed supplies, and I was able to find a bike shop. Bought some more tubes. Bought 4 tubes at a bike shop. Bought a little mirror to go on the side of my bike helmet to help me see what's behind me. I think I mentioned in a previous video that the mirror that sticks out the end of my handlebars got broken early on in the trip. So it's just been kind of flopping, and anytime I needed to use it, I'd have to reach over and adjust it with my hand to see what was behind me. So that little mirror on my helmet was cheap, and it's doing the trick. So I think I'm going to take the side mirror off since it's just kind of dangling there. I don't know if I mentioned how it got broken, but I was riding a bike lane along the road, I think it was leaving St. Augustine. It was only the first or second day of the trip from St. Augustine. And a car got so close to me that their mirror hit the mirror on my bicycle and just snapped the bolt that holds it to the mount. So that was exciting, but so far that's the closest call I've had with cars. Been trying to stay in bike lanes as much as possible. It's not always possible, but yeah. So the ride from where was I the night before? Quincy to Panama City. Ended up being 60 miles, and every bit of it was against a really strong headwind. I was just a brutal day. It was a nice day other than the wind. It was brilliant sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky. I did post a little bit of ride footage from that ride. I just didn't do a ride recap. It was sunset when I got to my motel. I was exhausted, had to find some food, and just wasn't in the mood to film anything. So I spent 2 nights in Panama City to avoid some rain and get a rest day. Now I'm staying here in Destin for 2 nights because tomorrow at some point around lunchtime, we're expecting severe weather, high threat of tornadoes. So I'm in a Motel 6, nice concrete building. If something like that comes through, I feel like I'm safe here. I can just duck into the bathroom if a tornado rips right through this little alley down here. But yeah, that's how the trip stands so far. So far on my ride across America, I have made it from St. Augustine to Destin, Florida. First week or so of this trip, I was a little bit discouraged. It seemed to be taking me a long time to get across Florida, but now it seems like I'm flying right along. Really don't have that much further to go to get to Pensacola, and then once I get past Pensacola, I'll be out of Florida. I'll cross over in Alabama. Haven't really mapped that out yet because, you know, like I've been saying along this trip, I'm just making it up day by day, watching the weather forecast, and you know, doing what I feel is right for me. Hopefully we have a long stretch of decent weather ahead of me. That's what it looks like. I hope so. I'd like to start sleeping outside, save a little bit of money. But I'm not broke yet. And I have had some really generous donations from family and friends that I'm extremely grateful for. The trip's been a little more expensive than I thought it would be, only because I've spent so many nights in motels avoiding weather. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Got enough money for food. I got all the medicine I need with me. And life is good. So far, this trip has been a success. It's still early on. I haven't even left Florida yet. Florida's a huge state. I have crossed the time zone. A few days ago on my way to Panama City, I crossed into the central time zone from the East Coast. So that's a big accomplishment. My first. I haven't crossed the state border yet, but I crossed the time zone, so that's cool. Anyways, that's a bit of a recap for the last few days. I hope that anybody that's watching these videos is enjoying them. I'll probably tell some sea stories again soon. I thought about filming some sea stories as I was riding today, but the bike path and the roads were just way too crowded for me to be screwing around with my GoPro. So, more to come. It's been a good trip, and it's gonna keep getting better, I hope. Anyways, that's all for now.